Good evening and welcome to Killing Characters for Fun and Profit. I'm John Ringo and you're not.
My name is Emma Bull. I have killed any number of characters and I had fun doing it.
I'm Frances Robertson and I also like killing characters.
Hi, my name is John Ringo and I've written a couple of books. I have killed a couple of characters in my time, one or two. To be precise, for people who are not getting the joke, my 26th novel just came out. I have 4 more in the works that are coming out over the next year. And I usually manage to kill at least 7 characters, semi-developed characters in the course of any single novel. I managed to kill 47 characters with at least a few lines of character development each.
Quota!
I had 135 people I had to kill by name, okay? It's taken me 2 books to get through the red shirt list.
Oh man, can I touch you? That's amazing!
I'm not quite as statistic with my books of killing characters, but I have created some characters that I do plan on killing off after people sufficiently love them.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So
Very wise.
it is young adult, so it's a little bit milder. It's called Para Worlds. They're coming out in January.
So I'd like to talk about the theory of why you kill characters.
When you bump off a character, this is something that convinces the reader that the stuff in this book matters. It matters to the characters in the book. It matters to the reader. This is the thing that tells the reader there are high stakes here. There are lasting consequences. It is not safe. Anything could happen at this point.
Does anybody recognize the line, I'm the guy who dies in the episode to prove that the situation is serious?
Yep.
You have to have some elements that are similar to things that they recognize, and death is something that most people have some experience with.
There is a thing called character capital. When you spend a lot of time on a character, you are building character capital. You kill those characters very, very carefully. By the same token, you can build a character fairly quickly to have a certain amount of emotional investment if you build the character with characteristics that people immediately identify with or connect to.
You know, I was talking with Michael Stackpole a couple months ago, and talking about the Star Wars scene, and they killed off one of the main characters, and they really debated on which character do we kill. And it was the first time we've ever killed one of the main people. Which one do we kill? And they really debated on being able to have the reaction of the other characters to make it even more dramatic. And they did. They killed him off. And Michael was saying that it was almost a backlash. Death threats.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, this character didn't even speak English. but he was so...
In case nobody's read the book, I just gave it away.
Well, that's one of the things that goes on when you kill characters. What you're doing is things to the characters around him.
Yeah.
You know, and you're playing out those emotions around the people who are left and who are reacting to that. And the reader is feeling what they're feeling.
You know, every year they do the panels, and after one of these panels, one of the ladies comes up, you better not kill Papa Lee. Not gonna say yay or nay on that one, but I gotta. And actually, at the time, I call him Schrodinger's O'Neill.
Actually, he's still alive, just don't look.
Because I didn't know when I opened the box if he was going to be alive or dead. He literally had been in a bunker that got blown up, and I didn't know until I opened the bunker if he was alive or dead. And I talked with people that were other writers, and I talked to my editor, and I talked to my publisher, You know, do I kill him or do I let him live? You know, do I kill him or let him live?
And you go back to Walter John, you go, why didn't he die? And Walter John said, my editor wouldn't let me. Walter John, stick to your guns next time. You were right the first time. And he really was. You could see the point at which that character was supposed to, where just the classical, tragic, you know, the Greek tragic thing was supposed to happen and didn't, and you're coming out the end of the book going, oh, missed the emotional point. You know, it just kind of.
Jennifer Robinson.
Every book, the major character should go through some form of change. This is
Otherwise, why are you there?
People get very, very attached to that. You know, the development of a character from nothing to something. You know, people really want to identify with that character. But once you get that character from nothing to something, you're kind of sitting there going, okay, what do I do with him now?
One of the series that just ended, of course, is the Harry Potter series. And J.K. Rowling, you know, in the last book, offed a lot of people. I wasn't too emotionally involved with a lot of the people that she did kill, but she sure was. And but one of the people that was supposed to die didn't die. And I thought it was interesting, her response, I think it was probably a good reason. She was going to kill the Weasleys' dad. The father of the redheaded twins and Ron's dad. And she realized that, you know what, if I kill him, then I no longer have I no longer have a married couple in the entire book. Everybody's either killed off, single, or now we find out gay. She decided to keep that intact because that was the only family that was still normal.
So the magical cleavers are okay. They totally were, man. It was like the magical cleaver family. I love those guys.
Well, one of the interesting things of the book, which I haven't read, but Miriam has, and she's told me about it extensively, apparently is that you find out that the mom, June, if you will, is, when it comes to anything threatening her kids, is apparently seriously.
Oh, she's a Kipling mom, definitely.
Yeah. Killing characters for fun. The characters that you put into the book specifically because that person needs to die.
Are you ever scared of like a misery experience, like from the movie? Kill off the character.
I go to a lot of cons, too. A lot of cons. And, you know, I have run across a few fans that it's like, okay. I was going to be the designated Microsoft spokesperson at a Linux convention.
Did they give you a special T-shirt with the target on it?
Well, they said, you know, you realize this is going to be kind of rough, and I'm like, well, it's okay. You know, I happen to have a large number of fans who are in that area, and I can guarantee you that my fans are going to be better armed than yours.
That's not funny. Reading one of your books, they kind of explain, you know, someone's probably going to die.
Don't get attached to it.
Not probably wholesale. I have tried to write stories where nobody dies.
Sometimes authors kill a character, sometimes the publishers stop it, or the agent stops it. I know in movies that happens a lot, like in foreign movies, you know the main character is going to die. In every foreign movie I've ever seen, the main character dies. And I know, like in Pretty Woman, they were going to kill the main, you know, the woman. And at the very end, they pulled the plug and said, nope, no, we're not going to kill her.
They were going to kill her?
They were,
Yeah.
and then they
Made a much better movie.
they changed their mind. And
Well, what it was originally based on, she died.
Are you aware of a book where they did kill the character and it hurt the book?
The answer is yes, but I can't remember. Executive decision, and he was like the big star that was billed for everything, and he'd get killed in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So every now and again, it is quite useful to kill a significant character out of nowhere, simply because that's reality.
Yeah, that's what happens.